What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brennan. I'm BMAX45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have our market analysis for the Digimon TCG like we try to do every Friday. We are here to talk about card prices, about hype that's coming up. We're going to diving into a lot of hype that we're seeing for the next set for EX8 and even further into 2.5. We're talking about a little bit of tournament stuff here, and just giving you a general consensus of what the market's like right now. We're not going to be diving too much into tournament stuff, but we do have a little look at that. But I thought we'd start out with the limited set, since that released just last Friday here, and see where we are with prices from that limited set drop. I got my limited packs. If you guys haven't checked it out, check out the box openings so you kind of see what they're like. Unfortunately, we pulled no ruin modes, which is the most expensive card. I would have loved if I pulled at least one or two ruin modes from those 6 boxes, but it was not to be. So now hopefully I'm waiting to see if the price drops even more on them, so I can pick up a playset because they look really, really nice. But hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of fun. Well, we got a lot to talk about, so let's just jump into it here and get started here. We have the limited pack here. The pack sitting around $53.49. Of course, most of the places in Canada, you're getting it for $60, $64. So if you can find it for less than that, kudos to you, especially if you do pull ruin mode, because that pretty much pays for the whole box. Sitting right there around 40 to 45. It was up around 48.50. So as more people open this and start listing it, I'm expecting it to drop further. I probably am hoping to see it drop to like at least 30 before I think about picking it up. Card Trader doesn't even have it for a decent price. It's at 70 on Card Trader. So I would definitely shy away from that. Wait until there's a lot of copies on the market, and then somebody will start listing it lower, like between 30 and 40. But I definitely say wait on this card because I feel like it is going to go down. We just got to see more copies. People might have got, shorted on this, waiting for stores to get it still. So there could be a lot more coming. Everything else is kind of tanked, bottomed out. Death X is still around 20. It is a secret, but generally everything else is $10 or lower here. Even the ones that don't have other alts like these two, these are fairly cheap here. You got Imperial Digimon Dragon Mode sitting around $5. That's nothing. You got all your box toppers are like $5 or lower. They're really super low. Scrambles have even come down. They're between $2 and $3 pretty much each. I love how like some of them are like less than that. But generally $2 to $3. You might be able to get 4 for them. I might wait on the scrambles, wait to sell, just because they were $4. And I think as people open this up and then start piling up all the scrambles, and then people who didn't get them go, okay, I need these now. If they become good, if people start playing more of these in decks that are topping, that's why the price is so low right now. But I could see these coming up in price later on, just kind of like how the trainings did and other stuff like that. So you might want to hold on to these and see if they, as they get scarce, because all you can get them is from the limited pack. So they does put a kind of a shelf life on being able to get them easily. Especially because I don't think a lot of stores are going to bring this in, multiple times. So just depends how many they make. If there's a short run, that could affect things. And then the boosts, they're pretty light too. All the ace cards are like $1, and all the memory boosts are $1. Some of them are $2 ambers, $2. And then of course this stuff's all garbage because it's already been printed as tournament cards. So you're lucky if you get $1 to 50 cents per these. They are very nice, but unfortunately there's so much. And honestly, if they had given you more alts in the set and less of this, that would have been actually a lot nicer. And it would have probably kept the value on these cards up a little bit higher. But that's not what they did. Getting into more tournament stuff, we see the event pack stuff here. We see, a lot of it's crashed. This stuff is, not worth much because they're not as nice as the textured ones. This is still up there a little bit. And of course, this is Death X, so at least it has a decent price tag, 20, 25. I could see it falling lower than the limited set stuff, but just because it's not textured. But we'll have to wait and see. Right now, it is maintaining a higher value. She's the only one that's really a lower value than than the other one, because we have the Chaos. Yeah, Chaos. Well, Chaos is 3. Sister Mons are 10 and 12. So yeah, I think both the Sister Mons are lower than their counterpart from the limited set. But you got these things here. These guys are still worth nothing. This is not that bad. But then you got these other ones: Heaven's Judgment, Soul Lugarmon, and Protoform, all super expensive cards. So like basically right now I'm hoping that these are the cards that I pull when I finally get my event packs, like this, and this. I haven't even pulled a single Protoform. It's $50. That's just nuts. So I'm hoping to not pull these because everyone will want the textured ones and nobody will want to buy those. And then at least I can add these to my collection. So they're really damaged the value of the event pack for players who go to tournaments. So that's unfortunate. Magna's still doing really great. It's topping. I thought we'd look at Magna again. There's always tons of prices on Magna. You got your alt and your regular, half price basically, but still 35 if you're looking at playing that deck. This guy's still pretty high, even though it did get the reprint. And then of course you got this is pretty cheap now, this guy, but even the alt's cheap, so that's kind of nice. Although you play 4 of this, where you don't play, you highly play 4 of that, so it's kind of funny. And then of course, we looked at Magnamon. It's been all over the place, down, up, down, up. But yeah, it's fairly high, and with if it keeps topping, I could see it going back to like 100 if you have a buyout there. It's an expensive card, and that's BT16. It's still doing really, really good. We have the Ultimate Cup here. Koromon's still holding between like $12 and $15 here. I think this has actually gone up a little bit. I think this was like a little bit lower. So Agumon's actually gone up, whereas everything else is staying the same. I have people like trying to sell this for like $183, which is kind of funny when it's just around 110 to 125. So watch who you buy from, because some people just really overrate cards just because they want money. So be careful. Always check the prices, because some people are just there to rip you off. And luckily I have a playset of this and this now, and this, because of my top 64s, although I still need 2 of those. So cross those fingers for the Ultimate Cups in February. Merv is another card that's been doing all right because of its purple hybrid adherence. And you see here, it's actually starting to cool off here, but it's still been on that $20 mark. And I mean, there's a bunch of copies, so I mean, I think it'll stay there for a while, especially with the Heroine set alt kind of bringing it down. So that's kind of nice there. You can kind of see here. You have that option too, that kind of stained glass look, for about half the price. So it's kind of good. Gallantmon has seen just such a drastic increase with the hype for the Gallantmon deck, as well as how well it was doing in purple hybrid. You're seeing a lot of hype. This card was, I think, finally down to like $60 just a little while ago. In November, and now it's just climbed right back up. 85. You got a few copies, and then you're at $100. So I can see a buyout on this. I can see this card going over $100 due to hype. So right now is the time to sell this card, absolutely. Same with Tocados. Tocados have just spiked phenomenally because of the hype for Gallantmon support. You got EX2 guy here, $40 to $50. It's come up a long way. And then of course you got the warp Takuya from BT17. It's climbed to, you're seeing $30 to $40, but listings or have it go up over $50 after you have a few sales. So definitely all this stuff's really good to sell right now. I think the hype will come down. I on some of it, I don't know if it'll come down. Like, this is a card that might hold a lot of value, whereas the EX2 one might come down a little bit. We have Takuya Kanbara. Red Hybrid's been doing good again, so we do have some Takuya's been. This is the one that's going to be the most expensive Takuya, because it's the 3 of alternate art. So it's kind of gone up. It was a little bit lower, but now it's going to go over $20. But there's a lot of listings there, so I couldn't see it going much over 25. This one actually's come down. This one used to be a lot more expensive, and it's kind of come down a little bit here because it's still harder to find because it's an older one. BT12 is getting pretty old now, but you don't really play more than one of it now because of the new Koji and Takuya tamer, so which is a lot better. So I definitely see this coming down a little bit more. So probably sell before it crashes because you only really need one of these copies now. Because this guy's really good, and this guy's always kind of like fluctuating here. You have him, he was under 5, now he's over 5, so it's just market price is around 7. So this card's been fluctuating a lot just because it's so good. The end of your turn, being able to attack it just makes this card super good, as well as allowing to tuck tamers to get super good inheritables, and inheritables that you only need to digivolve to level 4 to get. So it's nuts. Barbamon's seen a little bit of an increase, still pretty cheap. I mean, I don't see this card going much over $10, but there is Barbamon X antibody support. I don't know if the deck's any good because we haven't got a lot of Barbamon of a Barbamon line. Like, we just got him in EX6. We don't have any other iterations of him, but I do see like the hype there, kind of, hey, Barbamon might be good, so let's start buying copies. And you got a few copies. You got lots of copies, like I said. So, I mean, I don't see this going much over 10. So, Lucimon's always kind of nuts. You look here, it's actually coming down for once. Trending down. It was up around $70. Now it's back down to 55. I could see this card coming down below 50. There is a lot of copies there. So I could see it potentially coming down a little bit more. This is a card that always just is so good. It's good in like multiple decks, more so than the deck that devotes to Lucimon itself. So I can always see this card being, pretty high, but you might see it dip below 50. So I mean, I would keep selling your copies if you don't need them. We see here, 26 for the alt. The regular, and then you have all your other Lucimon cards. Still a lot of them, pretty expensive stuff, but a lot of it is trending down. So I mean, there's a lot, cheaper versions of a lot of it. So it's but these are the killers right here. These two, Ryo Akiyama. I don't know how much the hype there is for Justimon. But I mean, this is one of the cards that potentially you could see playing in it. It's not too bad if you're looking to get into the Justimon stuff. I mean, $5 for the alt, lots of copies. I don't see really this changing price very often. So if you're hyped up for that, that could be a good card to pick up right now. You got Rika here. EX2 Rika is actually coming down $18. It was a lot higher. Here's over 20. There's a lot of copies, so right, if you're looking, into the Taomon loop, I don't know if this is one of the cards you play in it, but this could be potentially good for a Sakuyamon deck. It is like the first tamer we got, so I mean, you gotta, I might pick those up right now because they could spike and potentially go up to 2025. So. Scrambles and Mem mode. Again, these cards prices are going down. They're still kind of up there though, $25 for the original Made mode, which is such a good card. But then definitely trending down. Maybe this card will hit $20, but you got to watch out for that hype train because I heard that there's like a Taomon loop deck that's gonna be super good unless they hit it prematurely like they did with Apocalymon. And then you got Sakuyamon from EX2. Here it is. It's going down as well. $11, not bad. Could see it go under 10, but again, there's lots of copies there, and plus it just got reprinted, I believe, in the what is it here? The heroine set. So that could also be a reason for the decrease here. There's your heroine set one, so you got options there. A lot cheaper, and that's just as nice, honestly. And then the plugins are what's really kind of expensive for the deck. You got your foiled plugins here. Some of them are pretty cheap, but then you got your old school plugins from the event pack are sitting up there 30, 24, 15. Even for that one, $4 for that one. So plugins are expensive. That's going to be what's going to be the thing that basically makes you money on this deck, is if you got some old event pack 4s, you can start selling those because the hype is there for that. People want to have that fully decked out Sakuyamon deck. Izzy here, Hercules Capitarimon's getting an ace, or is it ace or X antibody? I think it's an X antibody, might be an ace, but I can't remember. From EX8, so I've seen a little bit of spike in this card because it could potentially, it's an insectoid based deck, and this is the insectoid based tamer that's really good. So you're seeing a little bit of bump here. There's still a lot of copies out there, so I don't see it really going over 20. So might be the time to pick this up because it might get a little bit higher. Of course, Tentomon as well. That's actually been going down, but it's still $20. So I mean, this is still probably a good time to sell this. You might be able to get a little bit more for it, especially if the hype's there for the Hercules Capitarimon. But this has been going down. So Tyrannomon, another deck that potentially got some good hype here. There's not a lot of price in the old Tyrannomon cards. Not a lot of them are very good, but we do have some pre-release ones. They're worth a little bit here that would be good for the deck. You have this guy that reduces Digivolution cost. Its pre-release is sitting around $11. And then you got the one that lets you play a tamer card with a cost of 3 or less from your hand without paying the cost. That's a decent one too. So on play when digivolving, so that's kind of good stuff too. So you can see people playing that in the new Tyrannomon deck because they both have good effects. They both have green red, which is really good. So that one's going $6 or $7. So those are kind of the Tyrannomon cards that you're seeing a lot more value in. And then, of course, you have Taiga's, the event pack one, sitting there up at $12, $13. And that, has Tyrannomon in its, specifically in their names. And reduces Digivolution cost. That's a good one here. That's 3 costs. You also have the Taiga from BT11, which is just level 5 and green. So it's a little bit different. But, again, could be good for the deck. And you're seeing... you see it had a spike here around November, and that's just kind of leveled off here. So this one's still pretty cheap. While there's like one copy, and then it goes up past $10. So, I could see buyout on that. And then lastly, to finish off, we have our fun card, our Z Millennium Mon, which is like $10 or less for the alt secret. So I love it when alt secrets are just worth nothing. If we go back here, we see the regular secrets like $3, which is kind of hilarious. Just how much like the value on those 2.0 secrets just dropped down to nothing. That's almost as funny as like a Pokemon when it went down to like nothing. So that is the market analysis, guys. We took a look at a lot of hype cards. EX8 is coming up. We're going to be doing our card overview on the channel. So we just wanted to kind of give you a brief overview of things to be looking out for as you work your way towards that EX8 format. Because honestly, there's no more tournaments coming up. So just enjoy playing the format you're in and prep for the next format, because there's going to be no online tournaments till February other than Nationals, and the people at Nationals probably already know what deck they're playing and they're testing it right now, even if we haven't got the cards, because I'm not sure if EX8 is going to be legal for Nationals, because I can't remember if it's first week of January or second. But anyways, we'll continue to bring you guys these market analyses as we go along. Thank you very much for checking out this video. Looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we hope to see you in the next video. As always, have a wonderful day. That's all for now, folks.